I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody.
Terence Crawford's victory celebration in Omaha took a sudden turn. After being honored with a parade and a large party following his win against Canelo Alvarez, he was pulled over by police in the early hours. Officials reported that Crawford was driving a blue four-door, set in at high speed when officers stopped him around 1:27 a.m. The situation intensified when police spotted a firearm on the vehicle's floor and commanded everyone to exit the car at gunpoint.
Put out my seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a wild situation. Tim Bradley shared his thoughts on Terence Crawford's traffic stop, providing a viewpoint that many found insightful and provocative. Bradley felt the incident wasn't just about a routine traffic violation, but rather a deliberate message aimed at the champion. He implied that Crawford's rising fame might have prompted some officials to remind him that no one, no matter how successful, is above the law. Bradley likened the event to a familiar pattern where celebrations unexpectedly turn tense, almost as if good days inevitably face some kind of disruption. His commentary struck a chord with fans who saw the irony in Crawford's joyful moment being clouded by police presence and stressful encounters.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see him in the background. I'm gonna go watch the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot. You ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Crawford's head of security shared a tense recounting of the traffic stop. From their viewpoint, the officers seemed visibly tense, which only heightened the situation and sparked real fear. Being commanded to exit the vehicle at gunpoint during what was meant to be a weekend of celebration made everyone involved feel like their safety was at serious risk. The security chief described how the mood shifted rapidly from calm to threatening, marking the incident as one of the most disturbing moments of his career. In his eyes, that night's events were far more than a simple traffic stop. They turned into an unforgettable ordeal for everyone present.
In the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can get to receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Kasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally have my hands on top of the ceiling and the inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
Andre Ward, a well-regarded voice in the boxing world, offered additional insight by highlighting the ongoing challenges Crawford has faced in getting his accomplishments fully recognized. Ward noted that before the high-profile bout with Canelo, some critics often dismissed Crawford's wins by claiming he relied too much on judges' decisions rather than clear dominance. According to Ward, this was a purposeful attempt to downplay Crawford's skills and achievements. He saw the Omaha traffic stop as part of a broader pattern where Crawford constantly has to protect his legacy from those trying to diminish it. Ward stressed that no matter these efforts, Crawford's proven track record and the respect he commands in the sport remain undeniable.
The parade. KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cuddihy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford.
Some commentators have speculated that there might be more to the story than the official accounts reveal. A few have suggested that Omaha's leadership may have felt uneasy about the growing influence and prominence Crawford now holds in the city. Having risen from a local athlete to a world champion, Crawford became more than just a sports icon. He emerged as a symbol of pride for the community. Analysts have proposed that the traffic stop could have been a subtle reminder to both Crawford and the public that traditional authorities still maintain their power. This perspective ties the incident to a larger theme. With fame often comes added challenges, and those in the public eye may face situations aimed at testing their resilience or curbing their reach.
To bury Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. There was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again. And he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
Amir Khan, a former world champion himself, voiced strong support for Terence Crawford, stressing that regardless of any controversies, Crawford's achievements are indisputable. Khan commended Crawford's skill and perseverance, mentioning that he had always been confident that Terence would establish himself as one of boxing's elite. To Khan, the recent Omaha incident does nothing to diminish the fact that Crawford is a reigning champion with a legacy firmly in place. He maintained that efforts to pressure Crawford or downplay his successes won't alter the reality of his greatness. For fans and followers, Khan's message offered encouragement, highlighting that genuine talent ultimately stands strong beyond any criticism.
Police officer
wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts...
The differing perspectives between official statements and eyewitness accounts created a significant divide in how the incident was viewed. While the Omaha Police Department characterized the stop as a standard response to reckless driving, Crawford's head of security shared a much more alarming version. He described the encounter as frightening, criticizing the officer's behavior as overly aggressive and needlessly intimidating. These conflicting stories sparked questions around transparency, accuracy, and responsibility. For many observers, it became challenging to reconcile the official narrative with the first-hand experiences of those who felt they were put in harm's way without justification.
I knew that Crawford was going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, I was like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt. And they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about, is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit.
City officials quickly acknowledged the strong public reaction and took steps to address the concerns. Both Omaha's mayor and the police chief released statements assuring the community that a full review of the incident would take place. They highlighted that an internal affairs investigation was underway to promote transparency and uphold public trust. Although these reassurances aimed to calm tensions, many remained doubtful, feeling that the official response downplayed the seriousness of what had occurred. While the announcement of an investigation was a crucial move, for many, true accountability would be measured by the follow-through. Commentators also viewed the situation as a reflection of the broader challenges that emerge when a prominent individual rises within environments typically controlled by established authorities.
Police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty-gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including their own.
Some commentators argued that those already in positions of power can feel threatened by the rise of new figures, especially when these individuals gain widespread public admiration. From this perspective, the Omaha traffic stop may have been less about enforcing traffic laws and more about a clash between personal success and established authority. This idea speaks to a long-standing reality. Those who achieve prominence often face pushback from those entrenched in control. A portion of public opinion also raised concerns about bias, suggesting that the stop might have been influenced not just by standard law enforcement protocols, but by deeper societal issues. While many refrained from using strong accusations, they felt Crawford's experience was part of a broader pattern where people are treated differently based on their identity rather than solely on their behavior. This viewpoint ignited strong feelings among Crawford's supporters, who saw the incident as unjust and avoidable. Regardless of differing opinions, one thing remains clear. Crawford's encounter opened up a wider conversation about justice, fairness, and equality in how communities interact with authority figures in everyday situations.
Police department put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. The police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Also incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left, and someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets resolved.
That wraps up today's story. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.